Welcome to another session here with us at Mathematics Resource Center. And today we'll be doing compound interest and we are using the formula method. Alright, so let's go. So we're using the formula method, and as you can see here we have our formula written out. Alright, and we have A equal P open bracket 1 plus R over 100 raised to the n. And let's see what each of those letters represent. So A here equals the final amount including principal. So it would have the interest, the compound interest, plus the principal included. And then P here is for principal, right? So that would be all 500 or 2,250. And then R here would be our rate, and n would be our time. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to do our first question. Oops. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do our first question, and it says calculate the compound interest for $500 invested at 4% for 10 years. Wow, let's see how much that would be at the end of 10 years. So that's our principal, that's our rate, and there goes our time. So let's write our formula. A equal P 1 plus R over 100 raised to the n. A, so remain the same. And A here stands for appreciation, right? And they say that the final amount including the principal, but we also refer to it as appreciation, the value going up, alright? So P would be 500, open bracket 1 plus R, which is 4 over 100, and N, which is 10. Alright, so I go ahead and fill in all of that, the 500, the 4%, and the 10 years, 10 there. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify. And when I'm simplifying, I have my 500 just the same. I know that 4 divided by 100 is 0.04. 6 divided by 100 is 0.06. 7 divided by 100 is 0.07. Alright? So I know that 4 divided by 100 is 0.04. Good? And if I add 1 to this, I will get, so that's 4, 1.04. Write that properly. Alright? And you could have done this by putting it into the calculator as well. So it's 1.04 raised to the 10th power. Alright. For this part now, you're definitely going to need a calculator. And you can go ahead on your calculator, write 500, open bracket 1.04, close bracket raised to the 10, and you get your answer. So you're putting in exactly what you see. For the raised to the 10 power, there's an arrow on your calculator, if you can see that, up arrow. So you press that, and that gives you the raised to the 10. So let me put it in again, so you could maybe see it. So that's 500, open bracket, and 1.04, close bracket, and then I'm going to press this button here. Oops. And then I press 10. So looking like that. Alright, I hope you're able to see all of that information. Good. And I'm going to go ahead and press equal, and that gives me my answer. Alright. So now that I have my answer to be $740, and I'm rounding to 2 decimal places since we're dealing with dollars and cents. Alright, so $740.12. Alright, so that would be the total that would occur at the end of the 10 years. However, they ask us for the compound interest. So if you're going to find the compound interest, you're going to go ahead and take from the 740 that you have at the end of the year. Let me see if I write this down here. So from the $740.12 that you have at the end of the year, you're going to take out your original money, which is $500. Alright? So the $500 is what you invested. At the end of the year, this is what you see in your account. You want to know how much you earned on that money. When it comes to compound interest, you do your subtraction, and that leaves us with $240.12. Good? Alright, so that's our first question. Alright, let's go to the second one now. I'm going to erase. Alright? Alright, so we're going to go with B now, and this is 2,250 invested at 5% for 6 years. So I go ahead and let's say A equal principal 2,250, open bracket, 1 plus R, the rate right there, good. So that's 5 over 100, close bracket, and N stands for the number of years, which is 6. Alright, so that's 2,250. Good. And remember that 5 divided by 100 is 0.05 plus 1 is 1.05. Close bracket, raised to the 6. And we're going to go ahead and put that into our calculator. So I have 2,250, open bracket, 1.05, close bracket, and I press that little arrow. Good. So I have 2,250. Then I open my bracket, put my 1.05, close my bracket, press this arrow on the calculator, and then put the digit 6. Alright. And when I do that, I get 3,015 and 22 cents. So I wrote that off. So it's 3,015 and 22 cents. Alright? However, they're asking us for the compound interest. But this 3,022 cents is what we have at the end of the 6 years. So if we want to find the interest that was gained, we need to go ahead and say compound interest. And we're going to subtract from the 3,015, 22 cents, our original money that we started with, right? So just like you went to the bank and you invested 5,000 in the bank, and you left it for a year. When you went back, you saw a little more than what you left there. And at this point, it might be a little less. So you want to figure out how much you gain or how much you lost. You just do a subtraction. Alright, so it's 3,015, 22 cents, and subtract 2,250. And we do the subtraction, so that will leave us with, let me quickly do that on the calculator. 2,250. Yep. So that will leave us with $765.22. Alright, so that's what we have at the end of the 6th year as our interest. Alright, so this is basically compound interest, and with compound interest, as mentioned in the previous video, you end up getting more interest, right? So it's compound, not simple, it's compound. Alright, and this is just a formula method. As we did in the previous video, you would have seen us doing the other method, which is the year by year method. Alright, so I hope that this was good for you, and see you in the next video. We'll be doing hire purchase. Alright, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And if you have done that already, thank you. Continue to give us your unlimited support. Alright.